gasket is pretty ordinary, but I've been given an idea to try and make a custom one, and we're going to give it a go. Alright, this design is fairly simple in its essence. We're going to take this to use as a template. It's just a spare pipe and this old leather belt. Basically, the idea is that material makes a really good mating surface for an exhaust manifold. So, wider belt the better. We're still going to give this a go because why not? The first thing I notice, of course, is that the belt barely covers the hole. Ideally, I was hoping for a little bit of overhang here. I was thinking that I was going to have to mark out an outline in the belt and snip around it, but I think all I'm going to do we're just going to cut a strip like that, bang out the holes, stick it on the bike and see how we go. Now there's a bit of method in my madness in using the Dremel. All things considered, I think there might be something to this. Again, ideally, I'd prefer a bigger belt, but there is no exposed tube because it does cover it, just. So, bike's just over there. I'm going to get cracking and we'll see how it looks once it's on. I'm going to call that a test fit, and it should give us a nice outline of the pipe to cut out. Alright, so as we can see here, perfect outline of the port. So I'm going to go ahead and Dremel that out, and we'll stick it back on the bike. She ain't pretty. Maybe if I do it like that. I'm just going to run a flame around in there just to clean up all the fluff, and then we'll go and stick it back on and see how we go. Alright, so that's looking a bit more gaskety now. It will be a test to see whether or not this part blows out, but even if it works for a little while, I might even just go and buy a leather belt for a couple of dollars. It's a bit wider, and make 50 spare gaskets if I need to. Curious to see if this will work because it can look the part, but it's no good if the bike doesn't run. Alright, I think I may have just threaded this bolt, but that's on, and all there is to do now is see if we can get it to fire in the backyard. So far so good. I won't really know till I really warm it up and get it out on the road. But so far so good. It's not spraying. Let's see how we go. This was the gasket that I took off. Perfectly serviceable. Gave it a bit of a clean up, and it probably going to be better than the leather belt, to be honest, but this is not exactly science, is it? Alrighty, now I have actually threaded that bolt, which I'm pretty sure is the only reason that's come loose. But we're going to let that cool down for a bit and we'll pull that gasket off. I have to do something about this bolt anyway. So once that's cooled down, we'll have a look. Well, here's the gasket fresh off the bike, and as you can see, it's blown straight through the top of that. But I'm not finished with this project yet. I actually do want to go and find a wider belt and try this again, because I just don't think that there was enough there to really withstand the heat. Alright, so I replaced the Allen bolt with one of the stock studs, double nutted, Loctite and thread tape. So it seems pretty good, but we're not going to try and start it up now. We're going to sit it overnight and let that Loctite do its work.